And so to know that your guy who's carried this team received the league MVP award with Adam Silver on the video screen and whatever while they was in their conference room in the hotel and all of this other stuff, and then to come out and play like that. It wasn't him that was playing bad. It was the guys around him playing bad. But the key stat and the key reason why the Phoenix Suns are up 2-0, what did they show at the beginning of this show? CP3, 26th assist and 1 turnover in the first 2 games. Why you think Crowder's looked good? Why you think Bridges has looked good? Why you think Cameron Payne, even coming off the bench to spell for CP3, has looked so good? Deandre Ayton has looked good throughout these playoffs. It's about leadership, man. It's about floor generalship. It's about somebody that's directing traffic, dictating tempo, and doing those kind of things. That's what we're seeing from these Phoenix Suns. And again, it's about that crowd. Because I don't think you're going to see that happen in Denver. You ain't going to see Phoenix win like this in Denver. I'll bet the house it won't go down like that. That crowd in Phoenix, I cannot say enough. I mean, it is special. Utah was special the other night as well. Let's give them their props. But Phoenix and that crowd and what it does for this particular team, I've seen it many times in my career covering teams. You're in a completely different team on your home court than you are on the road. You feed off of it, particularly when you're young. And that's what this team is, with the Aytons and Bookers and Bridges of the world. They're young. Crowder and CP3 have been there before. I mean, you know, if Crowder just was in the NBA Finals for crying out loud last season. I think when you look at it from that perspective, that's what I'm looking at right here. It was more about the Phoenix Suns and what they're able to do on their home court than what Denver did.
Well, Chris Paul's brilliant. And, in fact, even his comments, Ayton is our MVP. No, he hasn't been, but he's pumping Ayton up. He's mentoring him and pumping him up because he needs him. He's showing real leadership on and off the court. It's not that the Suns aren't good. You knew coming in they were good. You knew coming into the season they were good. It's that Denver was going to need extra. They were going to have to be the best version of themselves to beat them on the road without Jamal Murray, with a compromised Porter, with Will Barton coming back, and the ripple effect that has on the rest of the rotation, including especially, I think, Aaron Gordon, who was off. That's what I mean by Denver wasn't good. They had to be a better version of themselves or a good version of themselves. They were a bad version of themselves. In terms of coach saying the team quit, yeah, you're right. Neither one of us are in a position to second-guess him if he's seeing things like that. What I am questioning is whether he's trying to push their buttons. In other words, he needs more out of them. What they're giving him is not enough, and he's trying to push their buttons publicly so they respond.
They got their ass kicked.
Oh, of course.
And you asked them 5-10 minutes after the game what happened. They got their ass kicked. I mean, ain't no.
But that's different than saying quitting.
Excuse, well, to him, it wasn't. Because listen, they've lost before convincingly in a regular season game here or there, whatever. He has never seen this team perform so putridly as they did last night in a playoff game. So you got to pay attention to that because you know what they're supposed to be bringing. And then you got young cats out there running them out of the state, not even out of the building, out of the state. How the hell does that happen? Because you got to remember what they did in the second half of game one, how they came at them. You see these guys just go to another level, and Denver's not responding with the level of passion and tenacity that we're accustomed to seeing them do, even without Jamal Murray.
Okay, I think that's fair, but I think it's also fair to second-guess coach. In other words, I know he didn't have any good options. Whatever he was going to choose is a bad option. Do I play an injured player? Do I rest him this game? It's not good. But what he chose to do was play Porter on the road. Obviously, he wasn't right. Rather than giving him that game off, maybe integrating Barton that way, giving him more minutes maybe, and then having a more healthy Porter for game 3. It's not that you say bad coach, right? Because who knows how this stuff goes. But he didn't have good options. But he did make a choice that appears to, in retrospect, have been the wrong one.
Well, you can say he made a wrong choice, but he's talking about the team and their collective effort. And I think what we've seen from Malone over the last couple of years, he's proven to be an exceptional coach. The man knows what he's doing. And I give him a lot of credit in terms of having the pulse of his team. He usually never misses a beat when it comes to that. So if that man sits there and tells me, you know what, this is how we played, and there was an absence of passion, and we gave up, etc., and if we play like this is going to be a short series, I'm going to listen to that man because I've seen Denver repeatedly overachieve with him on that coaching side.
Glad he's conceding the argument, Molly. It was bad Nuggets.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.